everyone. It's another day, another Shocktober. Today's movie is going to be one that I was really looking forward to when it came out, and then it did come out, and I heard a lot of mixed reviews on it. And that little movie is called Lights Out. Now, Lights Out was based on a short film that a filmmaker... He's made a bunch of his own little short films, and he puts them on YouTube with his wife or girlfriend or whoever it is. And most of them are really good. Like, they're all really short, easy ideas, and Lights Out was one of them. And it's, if you've seen the movie or the trailer, it's the scene where the woman, the maid or whatever, is clicking on and off the light, and she sees the silhouette in the hallway, and then she freaks out. Like, that's the short film with, like, a little extended sequence. I highly recommend the short film, because, like, I watched it, and I thought it was actually really fucking scary the first time I saw it. But the movie is taking that idea and expanding it into a 90-minute movie, which I'm not sure works entirely. The thing I'll say about this movie is that it's okay. Now, the general idea is there's a monster that you can only see in the dark, and it's the monster of a woman. And some of the scenes, it's kind of hard to do this movie because, like, it has to be in pitch blackness and you can't see her. Like, you basically are just seeing the silhouette of a shadow until the end. They find out they can see her with a black light. So, like, you get a good look at her with black light, and a scene that's actually, like, unexpected and makes you jump a little bit, because it's like she's looking at these mannequins that all look deformed, and then one of these mannequins happens to be the monster. I'll say I saw the ending coming like a mile away, and there are spoilers. So you find out that it's basically this daughter and the son. Their mom is crazy, and she sees this monster who she refers to as this girl who was like a friend of hers growing up. And you find out that she was once in a mental institution, and that's where she met this girl who seems to have these powers. And they did this experiment on her, and she was thought to have died, but she really became this, like, shadow monster thing. And she's tied to their mother for some reason. They're like, they say, like, oh, she managed to link with her brain or whatever, so... Like, she works to keep her mom off her, like, anti-crazy meds so she can be around, because if she's taking her medicine, then she doesn't show up. Spoilers for the ending, if you don't want to know. But I knew how this movie was going to end, that the mom was going to have to die, and that's basically what happens is she kills herself. So that means the monster is gone. And then these kids are basically free of their crazy mother as well. Like, at best, the movie was okay. Like, it's an interesting idea. There are some legitimately creepy moments, but it's a little boring. Not a lot happens. The main actress who plays the daughter, I don't have the information in front of me because this is a car cast. That would be more dangerous than what I'm already doing. She's kind of flat. She never seems to be putting forth a lot of emotion until, like, it gets super scary, but she's very monotone throughout the movie, and, you know, they give her this whole idea, like, she has this guy tagging along with her through the whole movie, and he's, like, her boyfriend or whatever, and he wants to, like, move in and have a drawer in her apartment, and she's just kind of keeping him at arm's length, and we never really understand why she's like that, aside from the fact that, like, oh, she has a crazy mom and she doesn't want to drag people into her fucking baggage, I guess. They just never really cover it. The little kid is actually the more compelling actor in the movie. Like, he's very believable as a scared little kid, but he also wants to take care of his mom. Like, the sister's like, look, just come stay with me, it's not safe for you there, blah blah blah, but the kid's like, no, because mom still needs me. And I have a hard time believing. So she is certifiably crazy. Like, she's on insane pain I'm sorry, not pain meds, but like I don't know, they never really say what she has, but she takes medication because she's crazy, and yet she has sole custody of her son, and I have a hard time believing that would be the case. Like, there's a lot of scenes where DCFS is talking to the daughter, and she's like, well, I'll just take him, and like, well, you can't do that because she's the legal guardian. That seems crazy to me. I don't think that's how it would actually work. Like, she was previously in a mental institution. I think she would be deemed unfit and wouldn't be able to have her son. So that's something that didn't really fit for me, didn't really make sense. But I mean, there's just not a lot happens in the movie. Everything's kind of predictable. It follows. This was the director who made the short film. Basically, he made the short film, and then they're like, "Hey, we really like your movie. Why don't you make it into a feature?" And he got a job based off that short film, which is, every person uploading a short horror film on YouTube's dream. But and then he went on to direct the new Annabelle. So he directed the Annabelle Creation, is that what it was called? That just came out at the time I'm recording this. Actually, it'd be like a month away by the time these start dropping. But yeah, so that was his next movie. So I mean, he turned it into a successful career. That's something that happened. So obviously that's what people want when they make these little short films and stuff, and good for him. Like, whoever thought it would happen like that. But just his idea, it doesn't work as like a full movie. Like, it's okay if you're looking for a quick like in and out horror movie, and it does have some effective scenes, so I wouldn't completely say it's a bad movie. But overall, there's some bad acting. It's a little plain. It could have been more entertaining, but I guess I would recommend it to like hardcore horror fans. But look for a Redbox, look for Netflix. I just rented it from like a family video place. So that's kind of all I can say about Lights Out. It wasn't what I expected, but it wasn't as bad as I had heard it was. But that's going to be it for today's Shocktober. So we got another one coming up tomorrow, as we will. So be sure to check back tomorrow for our next horror movie review.